Daddo, que nous puissions Dieu laisser. Aujourd'hui, vous avez la possibilité de vrai pour la paix mondiale.
Shane, any sign of our targets?
Nothing going on here except a really dull speech in French.
I wish we had more intel.
More? How about any? Protect top UN official from husband and wife assassin team isn't much to go on.
No names, no photos, good luck.
Shane, what's our VIP up to?
I just finished the speech.
Merci.
Won't be long.
Merci beaucoup.
Since when is a peace negotiator a prime target for assassination?
Since it's gotten each side to agree to a ceasefire.
And that's a bad thing?
It is when you're selling arms to both sides. Okay, our VIP's coming out.
Who's that talking to the ambassador?
I don't know. Let me get a better look. Female interpreter's just latched onto his arm.
Interpreter or assassin?
I'm not sure. Place your bets. Your Excellency!
You see a weapon?
Not yet. Stay close. If it is her, Mr. Assassin will be close by.
Merci. Merci.
Guys, why would a UN car have plastic seat covers? To protect the fabric from bloodstains, let's take her out! Hey! Mr. Ambassador! Here, go! Kitty, look out!
Are you okay? Can you hear me? I broke my leg. I'm not deaf. What were you thinking, Starsky? Were you gonna stop the car by jumping on the hood? Can we talk about this in the ambulance?
They're 3 career criminals with 1 shot at freedom. Now they're working for the feds who put them away. These are the women of Spies. Bad girls gone good.
At last, I get to meet the elusive Mr. and Mrs. Porter.
Who the hell are you?
The name's Cross. ISD. I'm here to speed up your extradition back to the States.
Oh, why is the U.S. involved in this?
Because France doesn't have a death penalty. And you've taken out some of my best agents and friends.
Oh, I didn't know Spies took things personally.
Well, now you do. Over the past 6 years, you've been able to slip in and out of over a dozen countries, plying your trade because no one knows what you look like. That just changed. If you ever get out of prison, which I sincerely doubt, every law enforcement agency in the world will know exactly what you look like. Your days as assassins are over.
Big Macs Royales.
Yes. Merci. De rien.
So who signed your cast?
Some of the staff. There's this one really cute doctor who I think has a crush on me.
You know, if you want to stay longer, I could break your other leg.
No one's staying longer. We're not done with the porters.
Arrested? Booked? What else is left? Tucking them into their cells?
Intel says they already had their next hit lined up.
Who is it?
We don't know. But we do know they were booked to attend a seminar in Los Angeles. Power Strategies for Power Couples. It's run by a guy called Tony Lawrence.
Oh, I've read one of his books. You just don't get what I'm saying.
See, that's why I don't need books like that, because men always get what I'm saying.
That's because they can read your body language. It's usually followed by a fist.
Ladies, can we focus? The porter's MO is to never know who their victim is until they arrive at the site and somebody contacts them.
A go-between.
It protects the person who hires the porters in case they're ever caught.
So we have to go to the seminar and find out who hired the porters.
And the seminar starts in 3 days. We've arranged for you to be part of the seminar catering staff.
As usual. Why don't I just join the union?
Well, this is gonna be the first time I can't go with you guys.
Shane will get you a list of all the employees. You run background checks. See if anyone suspicious pops up on the radar.
Don't I get to play?
Someone has to go undercover as the porters to see who their target is.
Looks like your union's gonna be marriage.
Oh, don't tell me.
Is there a problem, Mrs. Porter?
Good morning, and welcome to Power Strategies. Hello. So how's your room?
Let's just say that guest accommodations are a lot nicer than employee housing.
At least you don't have to share your bathroom.
That'll be news to the cockroaches.
Did you get a list of the employees?
Dee Dee's already running a check. Enjoy your stay.
And remember, make every day a Power Day.
I'm really very excited that you've decided to join us here, and
Who are the porters?
Of course. Just sign here, please.
the porters. Hi, I'm Tony Lawrence.
Morgan. This is my wife, Alexa.
Nice to meet you. You're going to need to give your cell phones to our staff so we can avoid any interruptions during my seminar. I'm sure you understand. Mr. and Mrs. Rawlings.
Also stops people from calling the Consumer Fraud Department.
All right, everybody, let's get settled in. We're going to be moving out to the patio at 2 for the first of our sessions on issues facing power couples.
What do you suppose the issues are between two assassins? Who pulls the trigger? Who digs the grave? Who feeds the wood chipper?
They're here.
I think this seminar will be great. I'm so glad you brought me here, hon.
Yeah, it'll be good for both of us. We needed some focus time.
Especially with our schedules, it's almost like we never see each other anymore.
It's hard to keep things going working 7 days a week.
You know, sometimes I wonder if you're really working.
Oh, come on, hon. You know you're the only girl for me. Clean.
Same here. Do you own anything that's not black?
Of course.
Wow, brown, racy. Gotta love Duncan's gadgets.
Still works if you need it. Birth control with speed dial. Now that is a touch of brilliance.
Got the earpiece? What are those Shaq Triple E's?
My mother always said having big feet was a sign of intelligence.
If that were true, basketball players would all be rocket scientists.
You say my mother lied?
If the shoe fits.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Are you using that birth control phone? I'm getting an echo.
It's a problem with these things. They're never foolproof. How's this?
Better. So how's it going?
It's like being on vacation with my father. Any red flags on the employees?
Not yet. There's still a ton to go through. This Tony guy really likes to be pampered. If someone's at the door, call me later. Door's open! Mom? What are you doing here? What? I wanted to see your new house. You came all the way from Virginia to see my house?
What happened to your leg?
Oh, there was this event that I was planning, and it's a long story. Why didn't you call?
Well, I thought it would be fun to surprise you.
Oh, you know, Mom, we don't have a lot of room. Yeah, I think you and Dad would be much more comfortable in a hotel.
Oh, your father's not with me.
You came out here alone?
Your father went on a fishing trip, and I decided to leave him. Where should I put this?
Who here looks important enough to be marked for murder?
They're all VIPs. Never met one that didn't have an enemy.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Please take a seat. Welcome to Power Strategies for Power Couples. You know, I am delighted that each of you has chosen to take the first step towards increasing the effectiveness of your relationships.
I can't believe I had to work so hard to con people when all I really needed was permatan and cat teeth.
One of our couples discovered something really wonderful on their trip up here. I'd like for them to share that with us right now.
Hi, I'm Lauren Drake, and my husband Jonathan and I decided to sail up on our yacht instead of flying, which gave us 2 uninterrupted days together.
Just 2 people taking the time to get reacquainted.
Yes, and after the seminar, we're going to sail back, giving us 2 more days together.
Actually, I have to fly back to Washington after the seminar.
You didn't tell me that.
Ooh. It just happened. You see, I'm a diplomat, and there was an emergency briefing on Northern Ireland.
Okay, this is perfect. You see, what just happened here is going to be explored in our sessions tomorrow. How to adjust to sudden changes in schedule. Okay, I'd like to hear from another couple right now. Would anyone else like to share their travel experiences with us? Anyone else? How about the Porters? I understand that you all travel a great deal and that your job is very stressful. Jump right in.
Go ahead.
Oh, after you.
It's okay. You can go first.
No, after you, sweetheart.
This is perfect. You see, right here, we've got a problem. Neither one is willing to take the responsibility for taking the lead. That falls under the realm of control. And we all know that what's underneath control issues, of course, is fear.
So what you're saying is he's afraid of me.
Well, why don't we let your husband answer that, unless he's afraid to?
The problem, as I see it, is when someone lacks strong leadership, that someone has a tendency to make poor decisions.
Okay, this is a great area for us to explore.
Hope that go-between shows up soon. Can't take another round with you and Tony.
Don't blame me for the Irish psychobabble. All I said was you've made some poor decisions.
Name one.
Prison
Prison wasn't a decision, it was a consequence.
of poor decisions.
You have no problem remembering my mistakes, but you sure are good at forgetting all the things I do right. Could never be married to someone like you.
Oh, you wouldn't be the first woman to say that.
What a surprise. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sure you're a great catch. It's just that sometimes you live the way you pack. There's no room for spontaneity, no room for emotion. It's almost like you're protecting yourself from something. Or someone.
I might say the same about you.
That's how you see me? Maybe you're right. You want to talk about her?
You want to talk about him?
I want to go for a swim. Why would somebody do a turn-down service in the middle of the day? A DVD player? Looks like they just upgraded from mints.
I think we're about to find out who the porters were hired to kill.
The diplomat, Jonathan Drake.
Terminate tonight. Cash delivered on completion of assignment.
We should have Shane run this to ComStat for prints.
No, I'm sure it's clean. We're dealing with professionals.
Well, there's got to be some way to figure out who was in here.
These rooms are accessed by a key card. Now, each one has its own electronic ID. Now, the security office computer can show us whose card was used to get in here.
I want you to break into the security office, find out who that person was. We have to ID the go-between.
Done. What about Jonathan Drake? Someone expects him to die. Tonight.
And he will.
Mom, you can't keep avoiding this.
Oh. What happened between you and Dad?
When your father first retired, I thought we'd have so much time together that it'd be like it was when we were dating.
Well, maybe retirement's a big adjustment for him.
Oh, there was a time when everything was great with your dad. And I mean everything.
Mom, there's some things I'd rather not know.
This makes you uncomfortable?
Well, yeah, a little. I mean, the only time you ever talked to me about sex was when you caught me making out with Billy Connolly after the senior prom.
Oh. Well, you're an adult now. And they say daughters or little girls will grow up to be your best friend. I saw that on a pillow.
Have you tried talking to Dad about this?
There's no point. Look, I know how much you care for your father. You show that by going to prison to prove his innocence, but your relationship with him is very different from mine.
Mom.
Dee Dee, I really do need a best friend right now. Not a daughter.
Any trouble getting into the security office?
A pin tumbler lock from the local hardware store. It's not what I would call a challenge.
Did you find out who left the DVD player in our room?
Yeah, the day desk clerk, Enrique Zavalla. They got him staying in the room next to mine.
Feel like another break-in?
That's what I do best when I'm not serving muffins and orange juice.
Check out Zavalla's room, see if you can find out anything about who ordered the hit on Drake.
He's probably in for the night.
He won't be for long. Cassie.
Always had great timing.
Fire! On your right.
Yes. Go.
All right, everyone, let's just remain calm. Keep yourself motivated here. Stay centered, everyone. Nothing to be concerned about. Probably just a malfunction. Why don't we all go over this way? Come, please, with me.
Where do we go? Guess we just go this way. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Not you. You're coming with me.
I don't understand. Why am I a target?
It's your life, Mr. Drake. If you want to save it, I suggest you give us something resembling the truth.
But if you don't, whoever hired the porters will just find someone else to finish the job.
This is insane. I don't have any enemies.
Okay. But if I were you, I wouldn't buy anything with an extended warranty.
Wait. A while back, I was offered huge sums of money if I would use my diplomatic immunity to smuggle in contraband.
Contraband. Fancy word for drugs?
At first, I could ignore what I was doing. But after a while, I couldn't pretend that I wasn't simply a drug dealer. I was under a lot of stress. My marriage was starting to suffer. I told him I wanted out.
Got a name?
He's got several names. I know him as Roger Brooks.
Where do we find him?
I don't know. Never even seen the guy. We only communicated by phone. So, what happens now?
You can relax.
We're not gonna let anybody kill you.
Although I'd like to.
Why?
For making me pretend to be his wife.
In Paris, a national policeman was killed yesterday when a pair of prisoners escaped while being transported to a high-security prison. The still unidentified prisoners are the...
Can I help you?
The porter's checking in.
Yes, sir. It's odd. The porters have already checked in.
That is odd.
I'll call Mr. Lawrence. I'm sure there's been some kind of mistake.
Unfortunately, it's yours.
Nice outfit. Kind of dressy for the beach, don't you think?
Well, actually, I'm going out for dinner.
With who?
Well, I sat next to this very nice man on the plane ride out here.
Mom, are you crazy? You're going on a date with someone you met on the plane?
And what's wrong with that?
You don't know anything about him. What if he's a pervert?
Oh, I can assure you he's not a pervert. He's a producer.
Oh, Mom, everyone in Hollywood says they're...
Oh, that could be him. Could you get the door? I want to, make an entrance.
I'm coming.
Hi. Is Jennifer here?
My mother will be down in a minute.
May I come in?
Where are you taking her?
Dinner?
When will you have her back?
I didn't know she had a curfew.
There's a lot of things you don't know. Did she tell you she was married?
It's just a date. We're not buying rings.
Oh, so you don't have a problem dating a married woman.
Why do I feel like I'm back in high school?
You know, if I were you, I would turn
Dane! And right on time. I love a man who's prompt. Night, sweetie.
When are you coming back?
You're being a daughter again.
So?
Cross and the blonde agent are in Bungalow 5. There's another one of them undercover as a caterer.
Very clever. They check in as us, looking for the go-between.
So now what?
We let them play out their charade. After they lead us to the buyer, we'll kill them.
A body bag and a coroner's van. Got it?
Got it. Hey, are you using the phone?
Yeah, I'm using the phone right now.
I'm glad it works.
So if I skip a call, do I have to make 2 the next day?
Oh, I don't understand.
It was a joke, Duncan.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
We got Drake squared away. Shane's watching him.
It's a real piece of work, huh? What do you say about his wife?
He's smart enough to understand the need to keep her in the dark till all this is over.
Smart or scared? Painted a pretty dark picture.
Told him the truth.
In that scary voice you like to use when you want to intimidate people.
You think I'm scary?
Me? No. Although when I first met you, I did think you were a little tightly wound.
And now?
And now? I'd like to take a shower.
Sorry I'm late. Big staff meeting this morning.
Problems?
Yeah. The night clerk disappeared. Tony Lawrence doesn't know if the guy quit in the middle of a shift or what.
Did you search Zavalla's room?
Yeah. Only thing I found was a check stub from a company called OptiStar. Dee Dee's running a check.
So Zavalla's got another employer besides Tony Lawrence.
Well, we know Zavalla's the go-between. He's got to pick up the buyer's money sometime. Stay on him.
Already am. I placed a tracker in his car key remote, so when he moves, we'll know it.
Mrs. Drake, I really need to speak with you. Could you come with me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. It's regarding your husband.
How could this happen?
Well, ma'am, the paths are poorly lit. It's possible he tripped in the darkness and fell in the pool. We'll be scheduling an autopsy this afternoon.
An autopsy?
Yes, ma'am. It's standard procedure. We suspect your husband died of a brain hemorrhage. The question is whether the fatal rupture occurred before he fell in or as a result of hitting the concrete bottom. Our investigation will focus on the bone shards found embedded in his brainal tube.
Excuse me. Dr. Stepowski?
Stepanowski.
Whatever. Maybe now is not the time.
Oh. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes these medical people are so insensitive.
Yeah. Excuse me, officer.
Looks like Zavalla bought it.
He should be headed straight to the porter's client to collect the money.
If you were Cross, what would your next move be?
Follow Zavalla to the money.
Then I think we should get to Zavalla first and persuade him to tell us where the money is.
Good. And then we'll take care of Cross.
Who are you?
The Porters.
The Porters? I don't understand.
Then let me explain. The people you thought were us are really federal agents.
All we want is for you to tell us who paid for the hit on Jonathan Drake, because we'd like to collect our money.
I'm coming!
Dee Dee!
I heard it the first time.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot about your... I've got the package.
Duncan.
Yeah.
You don't need to speak in code.
Right. Jonathan Drake?
Currently deceased.
Dee Dee Cummings, currently laid up.
So, when do you expect your mother back?
Not till tonight, but Cross told me Mr. Drake would be gone before then.
Where is your mom?
On a date.
Oh, I thought your mother was married.
She is. Was. I'm not sure. All I know is she met some guy on a plane, stayed out till all hours last night, then went out again with him this morning and said, "Don't wait up."
Whoa. I would say something comforting, but I got nothing. Gotta get the van back to the corner. I hate the looks I get when I'm driving it.
Bye. You should stay inside and away from the windows.
Oh, okay. Very reassuring.
It's my job to see that you don't leave here the way you came, dead.
Speaking of dead, has anyone told my wife that I'm not? Our marriage is already a little rocky.
Must be going around.
What a day.
Mom? Aren't you going to introduce me? Jonathan Drake, my mother.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Excuse us. What are you doing home so early?
Well, they say what burns brightest usually burns out fastest. Somehow it doesn't bother me when your father goes on and on about his college football days. But when Dane did it, it was like nails on a blackboard.
Maybe it gets on your nerves because
You're not in love with him.
Let's talk about this later. So who's your friend?
A business acquaintance. He just needs a place to hang until he straightens a few things out with his wife.
Oh, marital problems. We have something in common. Mr. Drake,
Yes?
can I make you some tea?
There's been a mix-up, but we've straightened it out. We're coming to you to pick up our money.
How do I look?
Dead ringer for Zavalla.
As long as Cross thinks so and follows me. See you on the road.
I'll be there waiting.
I hope.
Thank you very much.
Do you think these people got anything of value out of this weekend?
Their money back.
Is Lauren Drake gone?
Yeah, she took off for the yacht right after the coroner left.
God, I feel so bad for her. I can't imagine what she must be going through.
We couldn't risk telling her the truth. If it helps, imagine how happy she'll be when she sees her husband alive again. Cross.
Zavalla's on the move.
We'll meet you at the car. Come on.
I was afraid. I stopped making the extra money.
I felt I was letting her down. Made me feel inadequate. So I just retreated from everything, including my wife.
Well, have you told her that?
No, it's not easy for a man to tell his wife that he feels less than the man she thought she married.
Well, if you don't tell her, Jonathan, she can only think it's something she did.
Really? Well, how would you react if your husband told you that?
I wish she had. You've got to be totally truthful with her. Tell her your doubts, your fears.
Too late for that.
Oh, no, it's not. But I wouldn't let another day go by.
Where's Zavalla going? We're headed towards the desert.
Something must be wrong. He must have figured us out.
Cross.
Mr. Cross, Intel just caught the French in a big lie. That escape of those unidentified prisoners that took place 2 days ago in Paris.
Do not tell me it was the Porters.
Yeah, their police were too embarrassed to admit it.
Well, does Intel know where they're going?
Not yet. No one seems to know where the Porters might have gone.
It's like they just found us.
Hold on, ladies.
Get ready! Jump out!
You guys okay? I've been okay. This isn't it.
Just looking for a yes or no.
Considering we're damn lucky to be alive.
Luck had nothing to do with it. If it hadn't have been for my timing. Your timing? Yeah, my timing. I was the one who yelled jump. No, I yelled jump.
I believe we all said something at some point.
All right, since we can't agree on who yelled jump, can we all agree it was the Porters who just tried to blow us all to kingdom come?
And if it was, can we all agree that Zavalla's probably dead?
Now they think they've gotten rid of us. They'll go straight to their client to get their money. We gotta get a chopper out of here. My cell phone. I must have lost it in the jump. Come on, let's find it.
Mr. Drake? Jonathan? Mom? Mom? Are you all right? Where's Mr. Drake? I need to talk to him.
Well, we had a little talk, and I helped him realize how much he had cared for his wife and that time is precious.
He left?
Oh, he was so sweet. He just couldn't wait to work things out with her.
Thank God somebody called. We would have been out here all day.
Cross.
I found out who hired the porters. It was Lauren Drake.
Jonathan Drake's wife?
Yeah, that pay stub you found in Zavalla's room turned out to be from a shell company facing bankruptcy, and it's owned by Lauren Drake.
Wow, that marriage needed more than a weekend workshop.
Did you tell Drake?
Well, I would have, but he left.
You let him go?
Well, see, it's a funny story. Well, it's not really that funny, but my mom convinced him he should get back together with his wife, so he snuck out to meet her.
I thought your mom was supposed to be gone for the day.
Well, that's another funny story. Look, I know this is bad, but...
It's worse than you think. The Porters are in LA. They know we faked Drake's death.
If Drake's going to see his wife, then he's going back to the yacht, which means the Porters are too.
Dee, have Duncan triangulate my cell and get a chopper out here ASAP.
Why? What happened to your car?
Let's just say it had its tires shot out, went over an embankment, rolled 20 times, and landed on its roof.
Oh. Okay.
I was under the impression you don't usually do this in person.
Usually we don't, but this is a special case.
Expecting someone?
No. Jonathan.
I'm so sorry, honey. I never meant to hurt you.
You're alive. I don't understand. I thought you were...
It was the government's idea to fake my death. They said someone was hired to kill me.
That would be us.
Who's this? Who are you?
We were hired by your wife.
Do the words irreconcilable differences mean anything to you?
Lauren?
The only thing that was ever any good about you was your money. Now, the only money you have left is tied up in a life insurance policy. Connect the dots.
Doesn't seem particularly conflicted about this, does she?
At least she'll die happy.
Oh, come on. We've got your money. You know what we look like. Connect the dots.
I was thinking a burial at sea. Get in.
Federal agents, drop your weapons. Put your hands behind your head. Come out where I can see you.
He's alive?
Doesn't anyone stay dead anymore?
You so much as move, and I promise we won't be faking your death.
Ladies, let it go. Nice job.
Thanks.
Oh, this is so good. Your
father's gonna say I put on a pound or two.
After one of his fishing trips, he's one to talk.
Not unless he loosens his belt a notch or two. My cab is gonna be here any minute. I better freshen up.
So, did Cross say what was going to happen with the Drakes?
Yeah, they're going easy on Jonathan because he agreed to testify against the drug operation.
And that Black Widow is going to go into hibernation for a long time, along with the Porters. This time, in a U.S. prison.
So, tell us, what was it like being behind closed doors with Cross?
Well, nothing special. We're just doing our job.
Oh, come on. There's got to be some dirt you can give us.
Come on, you guys know I don't tell secrets about my roommates.
Ah, true. I guess it wouldn't be cool for you to tell us anything.
Unless, of course, we can guess.
All right, but only yes or no answers.
Snores?
No.
Six-pack?
Yes.
Boxers or briefs?
Neither.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I didn't get a chance to say. But he does have this really interesting scar on his back.
That's my cab. Oh, it was so nice to finally meet you, too. It's just, you know, LA is such a dangerous place. I'm just so glad that Deedra has friends like you to keep her out of trouble.
Yeah, you know us. Little homebodies.
We put the bore in boring.
Oh.
Well, sweetie.
Oh.
Bye, Mom. I'm so glad you're going to give it another try with Dad.
Well, you can thank Jonathan Drake. He's the reason I read this book.
You just don't get what I'm saying.
I'm hoping it's going to help my marriage as much as I helped his. I'll call you when I get home, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm guessing you didn't tell her how the Drake's marriage ended.
If I did, we never would have gotten rid of her.
Aw.